So, mild spoilers ahead, but come on, it's been a week, we've all seen it already. So, the more I look back on Rise of TMNT, the more I realize how much of a good show it really was. There were so many funny jokes, it was extremely stylized, and most of all, it got the bond between the brothers right. This has to be one of my favorite examples of brotherhood, not only in animation, but just in anything. Something about this version feels really fleshed out, like it's able to capitalize on the playful exchanges, roughhousing, real brotherly stuff. But it was also able to be serious when it needed to be, which is probably why I feel really sad whenever I see the reception for this show. I still think it's absolutely redunculous how many people slept on this show, or just didn't give it a chance because it was different. Like, bro, just look at this IMDb rating. It's a total disgrace to the actual quality of the show. I just think a lot of fans probably weren't ready for their favorite turtles to go all anime on them. Flint was majorly downgraded though, design and character wise, which I understand probably turned off a lot of people. If only they hung on to the second half of the first season, where he becomes a lot more likable and sympathetic as a dynamic character. Also, they changed April, and I don't care what anybody says, I think she's still more compelling and interesting than most other iterations of this character. But even if those are valid criticisms for some, and I do understand, it would all be worth ignoring just for seeing these incredible action sequences. They're so good and just mind blown. I will never stop talking about how good these fight scenes are. They're just Oh yeah, the movie. So it literally begins with us being thrown right in the middle of a futuristic apocalyptic New York where the Krang have laid waste to the land. Casey Jones is there, and Leo and Mikey are like super epic battle-hardened warriors now. DeviantArt is definitely going to enjoy this, and with the power of his awesome butt-kicking ninjosity skills, Mikey is able to send Casey Jones back in time to retrieve a key that will stop the Krang from ever entering into their universe. And after meeting up with the turtles from the past, Casey and the team must stop the Krang from taking over the world. Now, even with the addition of new characters like Casey and the Krang, this is surprisingly still very much Leo's movie. Leo has been the leader in basically every iteration of this franchise, so it's really cool to see him finally step up, take charge, and most importantly, mature a little. Yeah, they do kind of play up his silliness and arrogance even more in the beginning of the movie. In fact, most of the first act of this movie is kinda sillier and slower paced in general. But the second act is where things really start to pick up, after the key is used to open the portal and the Krang enter. I actually really enjoyed the Krang in this version. They were very well voiced and had just the right amount of that serious killer instinct and over the top grossness. Just look at that, ew! Speaking of over the top, the fight sequences. The final battle is so wickedly awesome, I cannot control myself while watching it. It also feels kinda like, psychedelic, and even crosses over into Spider-Verse levels of epicness. That is saying a lot. But when the movie isn't indulging in really cool action, it's still able to retain the thing that has always made the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles special as a whole, and that's the brotherly bond between the characters. When Raph reprimands and pushes Leo, it's not because he dislikes him, but it's because he cares and wants him to grow into the leader he knows he can be. And the ending scene honestly got me a little emotional because of that. Things are really messed up when Donnie starts getting sad. So I had a lot of fun with this, and would definitely say it's way better than the Michael Bay movies, which honestly wouldn't take a lot, but I still totally recommend it to you guys, if you haven't watched it already. Now it's time to see if next year's TMNT movie can top this one. In Rogan We Trust.